Okay, Mr. Phil. We got some interesting things, interesting finds to show you real quick. Try to make this a bit succinct. Um, I have a new subclass to go along with everything else. That's the one right down in between those two pieces you see. That's this one. Um, and this is a side note because this is, you might as well say, Indian artifacts and fossilized trees and stuff like that, but still, it's cool. And I have no idea what something like this is going to be worth, but I know that really eroded and bad looking effigies of faces that are on, stones yay big around, and it's just like a little bit on one side and it looks like a face, and they're selling for $3,000 or $4,000 as effigies. Well, I got a bear. You see, he had a foot right there, but it broke off. There's tool marks all around this down here where these feet were carved out, and this is a fossilized branch on this side of it that they use for two of the feet. This is a bear. It is a bloody bear, and if you stand in there, it looks like he's like, if I put him up on something. Hold on. If I put him up here, he would have stood like this. But with his foot gone, he kind of leans a little bit. But it looks like somebody is depicting either what they saw happen to another Indian, or their worst nightmare, which is looking up and seeing a bear looking over a ridge at you. Which I'd imagine back then was probably a pretty scary proposition. But I found these in a creek bottom that is, it's like a little floodplain, and it has flat, wide pebble bottom to the stream. It's a beautiful stream. It's a nice little place. I mean, it almost looks like, gosh, I don't know. It like there's almost magic to it. It really does. It's really a relaxing place to go. And it's farther west, out in Gant. Do have some other here. Another fossil tree. Here's another one. You can tell how it landed on the, like, this is the substrate layer right here that the fossils, that the tree branches landed on to begin with. There's what is stuck to it, and 3 branches right there. They just kind of laid out like that. Now, I don't know if that's what that is. I mean, I guess it could be I doubt it's a fish. I'm pretty sure it's a branch. Several branches that just laid down is what it looks like to me. And then, and then this is the really cool one. This one's the really cool one. All right, let me get this thing oriented right again. Here we go. Now, this is a really nice representation of a fossilized tree. It's got the bark on it and everything. And you can even still see the texture in the bark. And I got some more pieces outside and found some tektites. They are these right here. See if I can. There. Tektites. These things are magnetic, and they look on the same type of material almost as this is, but when I set that down there, it's obviously not. And to the naked eye, this is bluer than that. And I got other pieces. I guess I can walk outside for you. It's got me wanting to look now. That's the biggest piece of flint that I think I've ever found in my life. At least I'm pretty sure that's flint. Pretty sure. It's got some weird waviness to it that, it just I don't know. It makes me wonder where the exactly did this come from and what is it? Because that right there, to me, is like a piece of daisy. Throwing it to you. Just a little bit. Maybe this is part of daisy, but it looks like flint, but it may not be. I don't know. We'll have to see. And then this one, which is oriented, really nice orientation. Let's see. You see it's oriented, the nose is, this is the front side. There we go. And it was going through like the air like that, And it blew back the sides, and it has really good rollover through here. Really nice piece. Where did it go? Oh. All right. We just got done talking about rollover. Now, we're talking, our impactor was 500,000 tons or more to create a 160 some odd mile diameter crater. So we'd have to scale things up a bit. I think that's the thing we're not realizing, and that a lot of people aren't realizing when it comes to looking at things from Daisy. This is not your ordinary meteorite that hits that's a few hundred yards across or 100 foot across or something like that. This thing was quarter of a mile, half a mile in diameter. And this is just a piece of the, if it is that one from the Yucatan. If it's not, then, we got ourselves our own little sacred event. But for now, in my own little head, just because I want to think happy thoughts for Christmas, this, for an object that size, would be a small feature. And I'm pretty sure you can agree that this level of size and rollover would work on an object that size, because to that size it would be just like the size on that other one I just showed you. That's a small little lip of rollover. It's the same thing, it's just on a bigger scale. And this piece has a fracture line, a pressure line that goes all the way around. It's hard to see it. Right through there. And it goes up right through there. Gotta get it just right. But, yeah. It's there. I gotta get new lighting. And then I love this piece. Look at it, shiny. Yeah, shiny digit. This piece was in the creek, along with a few other pieces that I got that were sitting in the creek as well. And this one's heavily magnetic. But it's Daisy, alright. That's our girl. And then, okay, so possibly two new subclasses. The one over there on the floor, and this one. But this one could be a one-off. I don't know. But it's got rollover. It does. See? So it does have raised edges and rollover. All that neat stuff, and a bit of a fusion crust left on it. A bit weathered and worn, but it is what it is. Found this in the creek bottom too. Then there's this piece. If you can look and see on this how that top is shaped, this is pieces of Regalimorphs that are probably the regoliths that are the size of my hand, if not bigger. I've got a few pieces of this like this now that they're just like rolling hills is what the surface would look like. It looks like a rolling hill. And they're just giant regoliths, like big ones. This I've found is an interesting piece right here. It is full melt on. But this is the most interesting feature here. And this thing is magnetic, by the way. That is some form of layering that shouldn't technically, I guess, be here, but yet here it is. And this thing's magnetic, mind you. So, Mr. NASA, $64 question for the day. What the hell is that? And there's some rollover. I mean, they look like layers that were, I don't know. Because you have a big layer on this side, then a bunch of little layers in the middle, and then another big layer on this side. That's very strange, man. Very strange indeed. And it all culminates right here. It comes to a point. I don't know. I could think that's one reason why I didn't choose astrophysics or geology or something like that. It's because there's too much variation in shit. But I'm going to walk outside and I will start the video up again when I get out there. Oh, before I walked out, some Tektites. Now, this one I'm thinking about making a display out of, because to me it looks like this deserves to be the bottom hooked onto some. It looks like a mesa that you would see out west, and in this little pocket there'd be gems. I thought that was pretty cool. And these things sparkle like crazy in the light. But yeah, you can see it right there. I thought it was cool. And then there's this piece. These were found in the creek bottom. So, you know, I'm thinking possibly Daisy's not as dark of a substance as we may think. Or this is a very light substance, because I've also got that piece. And this right here, which is part of the inner part of the comet that upon impacting Earth was able to escape said event without showing any signs of being exposed to extreme heat or anything. It's almost pristine, like it would be floating around our solar system. I've got two pieces like this, and up close in person, man, it is the weirdest looking material that I've ever seen. It's all glued together, little granules, and they're glued together. You can see it kind of right there. I thought that's interesting, though. That this thing might actually have a white inside. It might be a cracker. Oh, and this piece too. I gotta compare it to a few others I have. I think I might have another piece of this already, so I'm not sure if I should count this as a new subclass yet for this impact, but I need to check it with some other stuff just to make sure that it's not the same. So yeah. This one is just a fossil. You can see the shell on there, right there. But I thought this one was just cool. And look at that. Cool, huh? It could be a Tektite, I guess. But these are all the ones that I found in this new spot. And this was in a ditch, being eaten out of a 25-foot facing of clay that was on the side of the dirt road. This piece fell out of that cliff just a day or two ago. I saw the marks, the impressions of everything, and I think this is a Mr. Palisite. I think that's a Palisite. I don't know, but to me, it looks kind of like a Palisite. It does. And then there's that big guy over there. That's the main reason I went back over there the other day, because I found that on the side of the dirt road with a couple of these other ones, and I didn't have time to get it. I had a girl in the truck, and another Palisite, possibly another one, possibly another one. Maybe that's another one. I don't know. I'll find out though. Some of these are coquina, and they're Tektites. That one right there. This light is way too damn bright for this. See, the camera's picking up everything just fine. This is the moment where I can't really see much, but the camera can. This thing has got huge regoliths on it. A lot of these pieces are filled with regoliths. Like that one right there. Let's see. That one, it's got a lot of regoliths on it. I'm gonna look at that one. That one's pretty cool. So is that one. Another petrified tree. There's a bunch of petrified tree stuff down there. Here's another one. That I think might be part of that new subclass. And if you look on here, look at that Valvoline gem just sticking right out of the top of that. Just look at that. Look at that, ain't it pretty? I know, right? Another one. I feel like DJ Khaled over here. Bunch of just unique stuff. Right on the side of the damn dirt road. Like, if these people had any half of a clue of an idea of what's actually been going on around here, I'm not sure how they'd react. If they'd blow their brains out because they missed so much stuff, or would they hunt me down and be like, we deserve our reparations? Like, well, get out there and get them then. That's all I can tell you. Another pile of big ones. But I gotta get a building, a proper building, and get these things out of the weather. I have to. This is ridiculous, man. I mean, you gotta admit, a trailer full, then as you pan, there's a pile there by the tire. That big pile, a pile back there behind that, and another pile way over there. And it looks like a fence row of big ones in front. And I gotta get that. There's another big one on that dirt road that I could not get out of the ground day before yesterday. It was getting dark. Girl was ready to go, and I wasn't, of course. But she made me go, so I couldn't finish digging it out of the ground. But it is freaking huge. It's gonna be at least the size of that one right there. Something about this size. I'm guessing. I'm gonna put my bet on it, or maybe something along that size, the red one down there. But it's something like that. But I'm going to grab a few of these and take them inside. That one's pretty.
Pretty.
And I'll get you some more pictures and stuff sent. And if you want a piece of that fossilized tree, I'll be happy to send you a piece. And tell me what you think of the bear effigy. I mean, it looks like a bear to me. I mean, it's either that or, well, what else did they have back in the day? Depending on how far we want to go back here. You know, there used to be those giant sloths in this area, and something else, some form of a bird, but big bird. Yeah, I wish somebody was actually here that at least had half the brain like I do, because I feel like that's what I'm working with. I feel like I'm in 5th grade science class and I don't know what to do. And I haven't felt like that since I was actually in 5th grade. Quantum physics isn't this complicated. For real. Quantum physics is just learning how to predict unpredictability. That's not that hard. And honestly, it really isn't. You can predict unpredictability with a certain amount of I don't want to say Gaussian, but a certain amount of intelligence to it if you have a large enough sample size. All right, I'm gonna head back inside and grab a few of these along my way to take back inside with me. I'll talk to you later, Phil. You have a good night. Pretty day, Jots.